Hyper, it's in order. The second I get it, exactly. I'm back on a Friday. I'm like, hey, I know we're just last order. I really need this order for me. Don't fucking read nothing.
Welcome back to the 2024 National Dodgeball Championships here in Richmond, BC. Once again, we're going to take a look at Hyper playing up against Supernova. Supernova out of Calgary, British Columbia.
Calgary, Alberta.
Alberta, yeah, sorry, yeah. And meanwhile, out of British Columbia, Hyper. So we're watching top 2 team BC, top 3 team Alberta.
Yeah, I'm Sheree Harrington, by the way. I'm out of Edmonton, Alberta, from Riot. So looking forward to a good match here. They're off.
Burden the throw will be on the Hyper player. Sorry, again.
And Supernova.
Supernova. Rachel Wong, maybe one of the things you can explain to me, you've played against her several times, she does the arm bar.
The arm bar.
Holds it out.
Oh, yeah.
And if that's not a play call, I'll be surprised. As we look to the Hyper players, 4 to the line.
Yeah, Rachel's such a great player. She actually played on my team last year for Nationals. She's really hard to hit and, really good at blocking, so that might help too. Just having her arm bar out, making sure she gets away with some stuff.
Meanwhile, Buteau lined out, right, just getting out of the way. Burden throw, Hyper play call. Leaf.
2.
Megan McCaffrey, number 99 in the middle, and a 1-2 punch.
And Hope Juvenville taking in some good counters there.
Betty Mack called up and lined out, and a net. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Ooh, yikes.
Megan McCaffrey, a member of the women's cloth squad. Betty Mack, 2023 or 2020. Hey, great catch. McInnes brings in Garcia. 3 balls for 5 players.
Tall order here for Rachel Wong. She's last one in, but like I mentioned, really hard to hit, and she loves these types of situations. She seems to be really calm and composed, and we'll see if she can take this 1B down to a win.
Supernova, 5, 4.
On the left wing, hard throw. Mixed foam squad player, Real Leaf. Gets it. Co-captain Molly Pelche, also a member of the mixed foam.
Yeah, lots of good talent on both sides, lots of experience and skills, and a few different TC members. So I think, we'll see if they can stay calm and composed here and moving into the second set.
Hyper featuring 2 called up players or activated players from other teams. Lily Lau, number 22, beside Valentina Drew, who's holding in between Steph Fields and Real Leaf. Meanwhile, Betty Mack and Yvonne Scher of Rack Attack take on
Leaf, and they take her out. It's a good target. That's what I would pick. Got to take out the wings, especially a big arm like Real Leaf.
Burden, hard throw there. Missing is Fields. Caffrey, Juvenville, Scher. Ready, set. McCaffrey's throw, taking out McInnes.
It looks like she got her in the hair, the fingertips there. Tried to dodge, but
4 players, the ball apiece. Ready, set, into the attack zone. Shots. 1, 2, no connections.
Sure, pushing up on that line there. She's so good at pressuring.
Supernova, 5.
Supernova, play call. Shot clock counting down against them. Preemptive throws, ably blocked by McCaffrey.
5 balls now for Supernova.
Lau alone with the ball.
4, 3.
Taken out right.
Burden to throw on Supernova.
5, 4.
Big rip over and under.
Supernova in 5, 4.
Clock counting down again. Supernova a little slow in the play guy, but 1-2, leaving 1v5. 70 field.
5, 4,
Goes in between. Second one does the job, taking out Matt.
All right, and it looks like Supernova's staying back at that line, playing pretty defensively here. Stephanie Field does have the burden.
Juking left and right, stays alive with the extra player.
In 5, 4.
McCaffrey without a ball, but she makes the play call. Linford in. Oh, and a shadow shot taken out 99. McCaffrey, Sheriff providing pressure.
5, 4, 3.
And that is an elimination, and 1-1 now.
Yeah, interesting that they threw all three there. I think they're just really trying to make some quick sets happen and not let this stretch out for too long. I think the Supernovas had a bit of a tough start on day one, so they're trying to claw back some points and wins here.
Melissa Chang taking the opening rush.
Hyper, you ready?
McInnes, Drew ready to go on the Hyper end. Both sides ready. Here we go. I'd say a false start. Yeah,
a little
and
early.
McInnes, you can see it on her face. Yeah.
She heard you.
Toss back is good. And a roll, that was kind of not worst case scenario here for Supernova, but they're now getting probably an additional ball sent at them. And they do, Jubenville.
Nice
Unharmed.
dodges there.
Supernova in 5.
Invert getting the ball, joining in on the play call. Buto sharing it with her. 1-2 punch, taken out right. Brilliant work by Lau yet again. Just when she's holding up that right end, she is very aggressive
Yeah, absolutely.
and powerful.
3, 2.
She's another TC Women's Clock member.
Teammates with Megan McCaffrey, enemies for the next 15
Hyper,
minutes.
5.
Oh, in and out of the gloves.
Yeah, looks like a
McCaffrey,
double hit there, taking out Melissa Cheng too. Rolled off the back.
to be confirmed. It's unfortunate. It's one of those moments you have no idea. Like that ball could have dribbled and
Yeah.
been hit you. And lots of balls in hand for Jubenville. So
Supernova in
big
5,
ball burden.
4, 3, 2.
Clock quickly counting down. Crosser does not connect.
I'm a little surprised they only threw one there. I think, when you're down players like this and you got that many balls on your side, you got to start picking away and take out 2.
3, 2.
Again, solo throw and aggressiveness by both wingers into the attack zone, retreating for play call.
Hyper in 5, 4, 3.
Shared by co-captain Leaf. Brilliant hard throws. As the ball rolls back, resets the shot clock.
Hyper.
Lau providing protection, joined by Valentina Drew. Watch
Looks
that
like
back line
Linford
again.
steps on that line. I've seen a lot of line violations actually this time. It's very interesting because there is a green
3.5
line on the women's
minutes.
side as a warning, and then the first pink line is that out. So
Yeah, tough few minutes for that. So Supernova, as we said, out of Alberta.
yeah,
Someone earlier may have said something else, but we'll take that off
I
the recording.
couldn't think of who would do that.
Co-captains Priscilla
Hyper,
Buto
get ready.
and Rachel Wong. Meanwhile,
Ready.
Molly Pelche and Riel Leaf, co-captains for Hyper. Toss backs, throws on both sides.
Nice.
Catch for Betty Mack.
Dodges, too.
Field is taken out. And
Looks like we're pausing here. Refs are deliberating on maybe the catch itself or if there was also a hit.
3 minutes remaining in this first half. And just make sure you got the exact score. Captains discussing with the refs. Coach Eugene Liu waiting on the sideline here to hear the play call.
Interesting that all the Supernova kind of coaches and captains came in for that. And no one from Supernova seems too worried. They're just letting it happen.
They're ready to go.
Yeah. It's a nice little level of focus. You can tell they're trying to get dialed in. But kind of a good moment for
Your throw on the whistle.
Hyper to have that conversation. Maybe takes away a little bit of the momentum that Supernova was starting to build on.
And they hustle into the attack zone. Hard throw. Counterattacks happen. Yuto stays alive. Supernova with
Supernova,
the player advantage,
5,
has the burden.
4, 3, 2,
Pump fake,
1.
sure with the throw. It's sent back, no connections here. Pelche getting another ball from the teammates. Watch Supernova.
Supernova.
Play call coming
5,
from McCaffrey,
4,
saying, hey, we
3,
got to hustle now.
2.
Yuto, big throw, bigger catch. Alyssa Wright.
Big counter there by Sure, taking out Riel Leaf.
Burden, Hyper,
5,
play call, 4 at the line.
2.
Back and forth, no damage. Wright protecting, staying in the attack zone, slow to retreat. Play called
Supernova.
now,
In 5,
Supernova.
4, 3.
Valentina hopping up to get that ball. Inside of 2 minutes in the first half.
Hyper. In 5.
Burden is Hyper, but Supernova putting it on. And back and forth play.
Supernova's ready, looking for catches, but able to dodge out of the way of
Oh,
it.
no connections either way. Lots of balls on the Hyper end as they hustle.
2.
Jubengo tags. McCaffrey now taking the left wing. With the extra ball, it's Supernova.
Supernova. In 5, 4,
3 seconds left on the shot
2.
clock. One brilliant throw, taken out field. Ball's up in the air. Wasn't on body, it was on ball.
Hyper. In 5,
Just over a minute
4,
remaining.
3, 2, 1.
And with a second remaining, 2 balls go towards Betty Mack, who lifts and stays alive.
Supernova. In 5,
Elsa
4,
Chang now in the middle. She sends one. Burden, Hyper. Final seconds of the first half here.
Hyper. In
I
5,
noticed that both teams really like to take their full 10
3.
seconds, even on a team throw.
Or we can infer the reverse, is that Mackenzie Legacy is a very quick 10
Supernova.
seconds.
Yeah, one or the other. Maybe a little bit of column A and column B.
3.
And very disciplined teams on both sides.
Yeah, they have
30
really similar
seconds.
play styles for sure.
In 5,
Mack crosses, and the counter connects, taking her out. Burden, Hyper, the final seconds
4,
inside of 15.
2.
And a hard throw, takes out McCaffrey, only 2 remaining with Supernova. Doubled up on players, get ready, full send. Great ups, Chang. Cross does not connect on Pelche. So it's going to be a 4-player to 2 advantage at the end of the first half, no blocking.
Yeah, looks like Hyper's up 1 point, 2-1 for them. So it'll be interesting to see what Melissa Chang
Hyper
and
ready.
Yvonne
Supernova
Sure do
ready.
here. They're both so experienced and so good at making catches, so see what they can do in no block.
And first throw resets the shot clock. Lots of balls, 1 apiece. We only see 1, and Lau is limbed. And so is Chang. So Yvonne V3.
She always looks so calm and composed out there.
Oh, that was not so far away to be an easy dodge, but not close enough to be pulled in.
No, I think her hand kind of went up. It's so close to your face. I think that's such a reaction that a lot of players have, is like kind of protecting their face a little bit, but you can make some nice catches that way. So I don't think it was wrong for her to go for it.
3-1.
So if you're Supernova right now, what are you thinking?
Oh,
What are
you're
you
the
gonna
color analyst. You're the athlete.
do? All right. If I'm
I
Supernova,
can barely get my provinces right here.
I'm going to be focusing on taking out the wings. I've seen a lot of counters coming in from both Leaf and Peltier after she moved in. Yeah, that would be my focus, is that right side corner, taking both of those out and then hoping for the firepower on Supernova's side to push up against Hyper.
Yeah, and one thing I'd noticed is like the strong, athletic, quick charging Hyper. So you could do one strategy is like, how do we defeat them at that if we know that they're going to be aggressive? And, but also maybe we need to be matching that energy with more counters or being just slower to retreat.
Yeah.
And so it's like maybe throw one ball instead of two, and as that person's charging. And I've seen that in plenty of games. Someone gets ready to go, and it's just on their hands.
Yeah.
Because they weren't thinking, well, what if a trailing ball comes after me?
Yeah.
And it was a pre-programmed set right there.
Yeah, and I think if I'm hyper, I might try and play a little bit slower here. They're up 2 points. There's 10 minutes here. If they play it slow enough, they might run down the clock quite a bit. But yeah, they're in the top. They're tied for second, it looks like, after a few games, about 7 games they play. So this is their 8th, and they're playing against Supernova, who's in second last currently in the rankings. So I think for hyper, they're probably looking for a little bit more points, to be honest, to get ahead in the standings. The top 4 women's teams just get a bye in playoffs, so that's something to look out for too. Maybe they don't play slow. Maybe they look for more of that differential.
And we're underway again on the second half. Good throw. Makes it off court. No eliminations yet. And that ball rolling. Reset. Supernova with the burden.
Looks like Jubenville's moved into more of a kind of second in position. They were tagging her out quite a bit.
Oh, tries to pull it in. That ball hopped up and just tried to contain it. Couldn't. Now hyper to the line. Solo throw and a counter.
Big
More
counters.
aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Ends up being 2 eliminated from it. Lau and Wright. Best case scenario, Supernova to start the second half. Long hopping out of the way. Linford with the throw. Pelche pushing up, as is Ju. Wright, 2 balls in hands. Communicate for the play call, but they don't have much time.
2, 1.
Looks like there's a timeout being called for Supernova, or maybe the refs just having a little chat.
All the balls. So the thing is, it's not on the 1, it's on the Z, and I thought they had that ball out, but it's that pace that we talked about.
Yeah.
Got the tempo of legacy.
His voice does carry though, so.
Yep, yeah. It's not, that's the thing. What you don't want is the ref is 1,
Yeah.
2, and as 1, 2 balls go flying, and great protection. Rachel Wong hustling back later. So we're not getting that much defense right now to the wings as a pump fake. Linford is the target. McCaffrey in the middle with the play call.
4, 3.
Up and over field, and great counterattack. Hammers it back. Now Jubenville back in the left wing position. And they're swapping up wings.
4.
This is a fun lockup, Peltier and Jubenville there. Field takes out Jubenville with a cross court.
Supernova with the burden, and aggressiveness by Field. No matter what, she's out.
Line violation. She tries to stay in, but just kind of hops right out.
Supernova ready, sets 1 to Pelche. She stays away. Good block by Linford, and great defensiveness protecting her team, being slower to retreat.
Good discipline too. You could tell she wanted to counter there, but she was like, well, I have 2 balls.
Counter is successful again. Switching it up, McCaffrey, number 99.
Yeah, McCaffrey's really been working on her timing of her throw, and she's got a couple different drop shots in her arsenal now. So
good throw, good block, Ju. Big hits. Wong couldn't pull that one in. Ju sends another one, sliding, strafing away.
Yeah, I think
crazy carpet is McCaffrey.
Yeah, she has such a good throw. I don't know if I'd be looking for catches if I'm Supernova at this point.
Counter opportunities are there, and trades.
Absolutely, and there it is.
I'd say McCaffrey's queen of the trade, and just knowing
when to take a good
this is over if I get the out. It doesn't matter what happens to me.
Exactly.
I first learned it from her. It was like
Me
sometimes
too,
she could be at the line, dead to rights, and it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, oh wait, Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
just ended
matter.
the
Yeah,
set.
yeah, yeah, exactly. If you're up bodies, and especially in a 1v situation like that, you take the trade.
A clutch second point here for Supernova. Roster change. Jennifer Chung now in, fresh legs. I do love it when a team has a second half star. This person's showing up full strength, especially if they should be involved in the opening rush.
Yeah, and Jennifer Chung, she just got off, so
And then
commentator's
Amy
curse.
Chu into the attack zone retreats. A bit of a roster shuffle here.
Supernova, 5,
Same
4,
squad as usual.
3.
It's a smaller squad for Hyper. As Wright is taken out. Burden is on Hyper. Ball apiece.
4,
Quick with the
3,
play call into the
2.
attack zone. Pelche with the sidewinder, missing McCaffrey.
Nice dodging there.
Supernova.
A lot of sliding around on Supernova's side.
3, 2.
Clock's counting down just in time.
Thank you.
And a light touch of the hair on Lau. Claps on the other end, probably because it was like, wow, did you actually, like, there must have been a single hair floating in the air.
3,
Yeah, I mean, but probably good claps for Juneville's throw as much as the honesty on that.
And remember, we are only a point away from being tied, and the counterattack game right now for Supernova is just next level compared to the first half. Great active blocking. Pelche stays alive as Linford's taken out. Charmaine Garcia with her. 4 players on the Supernova end.
3, 2.
Shots exchanged back and forth. Only Jubenville taken out. 3v2. Just like the score.
Hyper, 5,
Hyper,
3,
2 seconds remaining. And Chu protecting, and it ends up being a 1-2. Rachel Wong, co-captain remaining.
4, 3.
Sends one early, resets the shot clock.
Hyper, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good ups, and she had to stay up for that trailer.
I feel like she jumped twice in air.
Yeah. She was like, oh, I gotta stay.
So
I call that the
impressive.
Princess Peach.
I focus more on laterals than jumping. I can't do that.
Holy!
That's what
Slide
I mean.
and spin.
Wong is so hard to hit and so dynamic in these situations. It's hard to track her if you're throwing 1 or 2 balls.
4, 3,
2 seconds. And they get one out in time.
Supernova, 5, 4, 3.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Gets one out. Garcia having the minimum effective dose block, where it's like you keep your elbows in,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of swatting it T-Rex style.
I never do those because I
It's
tend to
dangerous.
swat it in
The
myself.
odds,
yeah.
the odds of hitting on body, scary.
2.
But it looks so nonchalant too. You kind of have to save it to the last minute. Other players maybe overreach
Yeah.
sometimes,
4,
and
And
then
it
it
gets
can
her
travel up your
arms
arm.
or- yeah, exactly.
And good ups. She's mixing it up really well too.
Garcia
Often-
with that big block
Yeah,
two-handed
yeah.
there. Less of a swatting.
Great
attack.
form.
It's like she can hear us.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
No throw. They're coming in. Ready, set, on body. I think Rachel Wong knew it in that moment. That was like that one's got me. I haven't decided up or down yet, and
Yeah.
it's already coming.
It's that indecision that tends to be kind of a problem.
3.5 minutes. 3:35 remaining in the second half.
3.5 minutes.
Supernova not necessarily looking in good spirits here, but I think they've made a
Supernova
couple
ready.
swaps too. Betty Mack is back in the court.
Sean taking the opening rush. And we toss him back to nobody. And meanwhile, no
Hyper,
pitch
good
either
throw.
on the Hyper end.
Still lots of time to tie things up at least.
4.
Cool. 1-2. The sidewinder and a counter takes out Pelche, but that is a 2-for-1 trade. They'll take any day.
5, 4.
Big hit there on Jubenville's foot, it looks like.
Big smiles, right.
5,
Lau taking the wing. Get ready for her aggressiveness.
2.
Even just for the pump fakes, both wingers doing a great job protecting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hyper,
good game faces too. I find that honestly facial expressions matter just as much as your physical actions out there too. So 3v5 here, Supernova, onus to throw.
Amy Chu, good throw, right on target, taking out Lau. Chung rewarding her with another ball.
I do have that third ball, but it's a little too far up.
Now pay attention to this ball stuck in the attack zone that Mitch rolled out there. Great work by Chu to retrieve it. The karma has rewarded Supernova. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Targeting right, targeting both wingers.
Looking for toes, but there's some quick feet there on Supernova's or Hyper's side.
Guinness, play call. See if it comes from the middle. Couple balls on Chu.
A little bit of a hand block there.
Chung, Linford communicating. They got to hustle into the attack zone, and they do. Send one. A little bit rushed, high of target.
Yeah, sometimes day 2 arms are a little hard to keep things low, and we see another high throw there from Hyper's side.
Supernova.
2 balls apiece for Supernova women. Ready, set, and trade situation. I know, just a brilliant counter taking out Chung as she's throwing. Now 1v4.
Hyper. Block.
So I'd play for the catch here if I'm Linford. Don't let the clock be your enemy. So we're in the final minute.
Absolutely.
And then maybe she wants to play for the point differential, just play it out. And either way, it ends up being an limb. Now 5-2.
We're
Enough time.
seconds away from the second no block in this half.
Leaves enough time for one more opening rush. Oh yeah, and that's, if you're within the final minute, it's a new rule. It holds at that time.
Oh yeah, yep. At least for this tournament, or is that for
Well,
everything?
this is the national. It's not house rules. This is the house.
Are we allowing finger bumps?
Oh, Megan's playing. Long is the limbs. Meanwhile, Melissa Chung providing the razzmatazz here. Sends it on Peltre. Does a dance to stay alive.
Good toe taken out there. Looks like a kind of a hand block as well.
Supernova. In 5, 4.
I like to see that honesty in players calling themselves out on things like that before the
Attempted
practice.
catch McKinnis. She wasn't able to pull it in. It's like a hitter before she knew it. And
Flurry
we
of throws there just to end the set.
So the match is in hand, 5-2. Meanwhile, we're going to be watching one more set to determine point differential in this 4v4. And I believe Mackenzie Legacy has indicated that Supernova will have the burden.
Supernova ready. Hyper ready.
And first shot fired, resets the shot clock. Burden Hyper.
5.
They each got a ball in hand. Send one mid-court, no damage.
Hyper. In 5, 4, 3.
Hard toe, Chang. What have you done to me?
Big smile there by Pelche too. She's having fun out there.
Hyper. 5.
Oops.
No blocking.
Player advantage. Hyper.
In 5, 4.
Lau with the play call. Sidewind to the throw. Pelche missing.
That is an interesting throw.
Supernova. In 5,
Very effective.
4.
Especially for a crosser.
Yeah.
When you sweep like that, you can keep the ball a little bit longer. Because usually when you have an overhand throw and you hold the ball too long, you turf
5,
it.
4.
Garcia is a limbs. All right, let's see how Linford. And refs have to discuss for a moment here. Chung and Linford need to get to the back line here, as do Lau, Pelche. Oh, right is confirmed out.
Supernova, your throw.
2v2. Counters missing, pump fakes, great pressure by Chung.
Yeah, she's a really fun player to watch. She's pretty agile on the court, and she's got some big pump fakes. She really leans into it.
Stays alive. Burden Supernova.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And just in time. Now, they are traditionally wingers, and they're doing their duty as that hustle into the attack zone, providing pressure to those hyper players.
Bounce.
Throw goes low. But not that one. Linford tagged out.
Supernova.
1v2.
4.
One throw. I was going to say there's going to be another, and it is, but in a trade situation, congratulations, Hyper winning.
Looks
6-2.
like, yeah, it's a nice little point differential for them too. Like I mentioned earlier, they were tied for second in the standings with 3 other teams. It looks like in their pool, so that'll put them in a nice, comfortable spot.
And next up, after a short break, we're going to be watching Dark Horse take on Mavericks. Thank you, Shri.
Thank you.